Hello, and welcome to 5 to 1, a minute-to-minute podcast review of Zack Snyder's director's cut of the Justice League. I'm Harry Slack, and with me as always is my longtime associate, Ben Smolin. Ben, how are you today?
Did you see John Mulaney and his wife are getting a divorce?
No, but that doesn't surprise me. I'd heard he just got out of rehab. For new listeners, I will direct you to our episode entitled What's All This Then, if you want to know more about what's going on here. For longtime listeners, we have a new segment today with its own intro music. I'll play it now. Beep-doop, beep, 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 beep. AMA. This segment's called AMA, Ask Me Anything. It was suggested by one of our listeners via email at alertthequeen@gmail.com.
Do you want to name the listener?
They did not tell me if they wanted to be named. You can email me again, and I will name you next time, because we're going to ask a bunch of these questions. But a listener sent us a bunch of questions. I'm just going to ask one at a time.
Okay.
They want answered from us.
Okay.
So here it is. I'm going to start with question 2 of 4 for them. Who do you think has a greater total net worth? Lex Luthor, Bruce Wayne, Guy Fieri.
I'll say Guy Fieri, because Guy Fieri's a real guy.
Sure, that's good. I'll go Lex Luthor. And that's all the time we have for AMA. Beep, 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 boop. AMA.
You totally forgot the song.
Sure did. Ben, tell us about what you just saw, will you?
Okay, so what did I just see? What did I just see?
What was it? Tell us what you saw. Tell the Listen Lilies. Tell the Poppin' Pollies.
I feel like there's a real philosophical underpining to that question.
Underpining?
I don't know, Harry.
That's like when you take a nap anymore. Under a tree. You're underpining. Yeah.
Good. So minute 55, basically Aquaman is underwater.
Oh, yeah.
And he's found by Willem Dafoe. And neat. Willem Dafoe's in this minute. Willem Dafoe's like
do your Willem Dafoe impression for the folks at home.
Okay, my famous Willem Dafoe impression.
Oh yeah,
okay.
It's what you're known for.
It goes something like, "Hi, I'm Willem Dafoe."
Oh, Mr. Dafoe. So glad to meet you, Mr. Dafoe.
I was in the Wooster group.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's an experimental theater group, but then I started making movies.
Oh, all right. Algonquin Round Table.
That is
what else
totally
happens in the
not
minute?
Connected.
I think it is.
So he's like, Willem Dafoe's like, you wander around a lot, but you keep coming back to this one place. Why is that? And I think it's because of the octopus from the last minute. Plus, there was an eel this minute, so like really cool.
Which do you
Willem
pick,
Dafoe
eel
is
or
trying
octopus?
To get Aquaman.
You only get one.
I'm
Desert Island. What's that?
Eel.
Okay.
Eel. Yeah. But Willem Dafoe is trying to get Aquaman to come back to Atlantis to be king. Aquaman doesn't want to be king because he's more hidden on the surface, it seems. And that's basically where we left off. Did I leave anything out, do you think?
No, that sounds as much as I've heard.
Okay. So two things. Aquaman says he likes being on the surface more. The first time we saw Aquaman in Iceland, he seemed like he was really enjoying it, like being the king of this town.
All right.
But the second time we saw Aquaman, he seeed like he really resented having to take care of them.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure that really tracked. That actually confused me. He's like, I thought you liked this. But it seemed like you really hated it.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is that Willem Dafoe, and I might run out of time here, and if I do, I'm going to make you take this over because this is important.
Yeah.
But Willem Dafoe
waste more time vamping then.
Okay, so Willem Dafoe. Ooh,
I love Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe and Aquaman have this conversation in what seems to be a bubble.
That's
you
your
have
time,
to talk
Benny.
about
I'm
the
gonna
bubble,
go ahead
the conversation
and start
bubble.
my review. Yes, don't worry, because that is pretty much the only thing you did not cover that I have left.
Yeah, and I was leaving it for you.
What is up with that water bubble? At first, I was like, okay. So for Listen Lilies and Poppin' Pollies, something that Ben did not describe was that when Willem Dafoe shows up, there is a bubble that surrounds both he and
you would think
him.
If they were Atalanteans, they wouldn't need a bubble.
Yeah, right. And at first I thought it was an air bubble because I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're having an air bubble.
Yeah.
And then that sort of makes sense because it's like, you know, you air, for us, the listener, we've talked about this before, where like vibrations move differently through air than they do through water. So presumably Atlantean speech would be unlistenable to us, the sort of air hearing people. But then he goes in and it's unclear to me that it is air because Aquaman is still floating.
good point.
It's just different water?
Very good point. Hey, Harry, can you do me a favor real quick?
No. What is it?
Can you give me your Willem Dafoe impression?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm Willem Dafoe. I was in Spider-Man.
Hey.
Me and J.K. Simmons
We're
were in
two Willem
Spider-Man.
Dafoes.
I worked with Lars von Trier
I didn't
on
know Willem
Antichrist.
Dafoe had a twin named Willem Dafoe.
It's me, Willem Dafoe. I was on an episode of Fishing with John Lurie.
Do you have anything else about the minute? Are you an octopus or an eel guy?
Oh, octopus all day, every day. They got 8 legs. Eels got none.
Eel for life.
Nah. All right. People listening out there, our Twitter is at 5to1podca1. Please tweet at us to tell us whether you are Team Eel or Team Octopus. We gotta know. So let us know. At us, #octopus, #eel. Let us know what team you're on. Yeah, have you seen Antichrist, Ben? Lars von Trier. You mentioned Melancholia before.
Yeah, no, I know the movie. I try to limit my movie watching to movies that don't show female circumcision and genital mutilation, I think.
Yeah, there's a part where, and just content warning here, where Willem
Maybe
Dafoe,
we should have done that before what I said.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe we'll edit this a little bit. Maybe not. Who knows?
Willem Dafoe, I'm gonna cut up your vagina.
I'm crushed. It's an awful movie. Anyway, it's unwatchable.
All right, I'm gonna cut you off. Not that you were saying anything.
Oh, great. Well, that's all the time we have for our reviews of Lars von Trier films today. If you enjoy this podcast, please take the time to subscribe, rate, review, or otherwise support this project. If you're looking for a way to enhance this podcast, follow us on Twitter at 5to1podca1 or email us your segment ideas at alertthequeen@gmail.com. Let me know if you want me to use your name at the top when you send us segment ideas. Up next is minute 56 of 242 of Zack Snyder's director's cut of the Justice League, or as we sometimes call it, the Mr. Snyder cut of Justice League. Goodbye.